Hello, and welcome to our Regenerative Agriculture Center, officially known as Centro de Agricultura Regenerativa de la Huasteca, in the village of El Chino, state of San Luis Potosí, Mexico. We work with several types of regeneration. Since it is an agricultural regeneration center, we do a lot of work with soil regeneration. We also work with regeneration of bodies of fresh water and with forest areas in our forest preserve. Today, our talk will be more related to the forest because we are going to look at how to scarify some of the harder seeds that we use in our reforestation project. Some seeds are relatively soft, they don't need to be scarified, and in this case scarify means to either scratch the surface of the seed. A couple of the seeds that are hard to work with in a way and require scarification or scratching the surface are this one. This is the orejon seed, which in English is called the elephant ear tree or devil's ear tree. Rather hard seed that we have to scarify in order to get it ready for planting. And this is the one that we're going to talk about today. This is from the soapberry tree, or sometimes called western soapberry. In Spanish it's called jaboncillo, which also relates to soap. Now the first process in working with the soapberry tree is to pick the right seed pods at the right time, or the right seeds at the right time when they're ripe enough to be harvested and worked with. How do we know when they're ready? Well, mainly by the color. You can see that these are darker color. They're no longer the bright green before, and they do have in some cases a brown area. All right, so we've selected the seed, we've removed it from the tree. I use a pair of pliers, and you could use needle nose pliers or some other type of device to break open the seed pod, or the seed shell, you might call it. And so it breaks open in this way, and once we have opened the shell, we can pull out the seed, and what we do is we separate the seed from the shell. Now the seed we're going to keep, because this seed we're going to use to plant a soapberry tree, and this tree will be used in our forest regeneration or restoration project. So I'm going to set this seed aside in our seed collection bottle, and I'm going to put the shell in our shell area, and so we separate the shell and the seeds. And now the soapberry tree is an interesting tree because it has multiple functions, and one reason that we keep the shells is that it lives up to its name of soap. In other words, the shells can create a soapy liquid that can be used as soap, it can be used as shampoo, it can be used for washing dishes, and you can see that as I shake it up, it actually does give some bubbles there, or foam. So this will keep. Now the soapberry shells also, and some indigenous regions, are used for the treatment of some skin ailments like eczema. Not a proven medication, but still it does have medical functions. All right, so now we have separated the shells from the seeds themselves, and the next step that we take is we put the seeds into a jar and put water into the jar so that we soak them for about a week. And this is a method of softening up the seeds and preparing them for scratching the surface or scarification. Now let's look for a minute at how we scarify the seeds. Now we're ready to scarify the seed. It has soaked for a week and it's softened up a bit. So in this case today, I'm using a whetstone. You can use sandpaper or some other rough surface to do this. I look for a light spot on the seed, and in this case, this is the best place to do the scarification or scratching. So let's just do it for a moment. This is removing the hard surface and will allow water to get into the center of the seed, which is necessary in order to get germination. All right, so now what we've done is we have scratched the surface of the seed or scarified the seed, and it's ready for planting. So here I have one of our planting bags. Our soil mix primarily consists of native soil, horse manure, and compost. Now this is ready to go. The bag is ready to go. The seed is ready to go. Since it's a medium-sized seed, we'll put it in just a short distance into the soil with the white spot down, and there we go. Cover it up. So now we are ready to put it out into our greenhouse, shade house area and wait for germination. So again, let's go back over what we do in this case. First, we select the seeds from the tree that are ready for harvesting, the darker color seeds. We separate the seeds, and the seed goes into the seed bottle and the shell goes into the shell bottle. We moisten the seeds by putting them into another jar with water for a week. That softens them up. Then we use the whetstone to scarify the seeds, and they're ready for planting. So hopefully soon these seeds will germinate and we'll be able to take them out to the forest and work on our forest regeneration project. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll be back with other information on how we prepare seeds for planting.